So we're here doing the oil change of my 992 Mark 1 GT3RS. Similar-ish story to the GT3, but there was some questions going back and forth on RIN lists on what bolts are here, what's not here, blah, blah, blah. So the first thing I'll go over is clearance between, I believe this is a coolant pipe, and this main drain guy right there is very tight. So it's hard to get the, I think it's a 10 millimeter triple square to get in there. I actually bought a shallow T50, worked just fine to break it loose, and then I've got a small torque wrench so I can actually torque it back to spec. And then on the, turn the scooter around so I don't knock this thing over. So, and then the other one you want to get is this guy right here, at least according to the diagrams. I know on the 992 Mark 1 GT3, at some point they switched to a plastic plug, but doesn't appear to be here on the RS. And my car is a either March or April of 2023 build, so keep that in mind. Another thing to mention here, you'll notice I have 3 bolts. This is the one that came off of the car. It's that 10 triple square guy. And then when I asked for the oil change filter kit at the dealer, assuming it would be much like Suncoast, where, you know, they just kind of have a kit. It's actually not sold like that. Apparently Suncoast puts them together into kits. But they did give me the right filter, but they gave me this guy right here, which is a completely different size, very different size. And it's got a rubber washer on it, and then another crush washer. So obviously we're not going to use that. We're going to return that. And then, oh, and just so you know, the part number, that guy came out of this bag. So don't use this for your 992 GT3RS. Don't use this. This guy right here, I also have a 971.2 Panamera Sport Turismo GTS. That I had a spare oil plug for. So I figured I'd go take a look at it, and it appears to be the same-ish. So it has the exact same amount of threads, but I don't know if the pitch is exactly the same. So I'm actually going to just reuse the one that came off. I'm not going to risk it. Lord knows I'd strip it or do something weird. But this one is a bit different. I haven't actually tried. Look, maybe it's a T50. It is not a T50. It's too big. It's probably a T45 or something. But anyway, if you care what the part number is for that, it's this guy right here. Sorry, the neighbor's dog's going apeshit. But always check the parts that you get. Honestly, I don't have the part number for this. I'd love to share it with you guys. But if you are trying to figure out which plugs, it's that back one that's draining right now. The one I pointed to earlier, right over there. That guy, right there. There is no plastic plug on the GT3RS 992.1, and you can buy a shallow T50 to get between the metal coolant pipe and there. And if you have a small torque wrench, then, you know, you'll be able to torque it to spec. So there you go.